it's important to have a code because it gives a person focus on what a person should or should not be doing from minute to minute each and every day. Everybody on the planet is doing something. Every minute that a person is breathing, if a person is sleeping, that person is doing something. And that something is going to fall into one of two categories. There's no such thing as in between. It's either going to be constructive or non-constructive. Even if one person is sleeping, that sleep is going to be constructive or non-constructive. If the person is sleeping unnecessarily, then that's in the non-constructive category, meaning the person is oversleeping, meaning they're getting more sleep than they need. If the person is getting inadequate sleep, and then they have to get up and be about doing something, flying an airplane or driving to work or operating some type of machinery and whatnot, and the person has not had adequate sleep, and that includes a teacher that has been grading papers and whatnot, and then the next day they're in the classroom, they're going to meetings, they're going here and going there, and bells are ringing and whatnot, and that teacher did not get adequate sleep. And here you have 40 students in a class, many of them unruly, and the teacher hasn't had adequate sleep. The teacher's nerves are frayed, so that has an effect on the performance of the teacher and the outcome of the future of those 40 students. So just a little thing like getting adequate sleep has to be taken into consideration, because inadequate sleep falls into the non-constructive category, and then it has all kind of ramifications. And we could just go on and on and on. Everything that a person does every day, all day, should be structured, be codified, to be constructive. Anytime a person, and most of us have cell phones, anytime a person just picks up their cell phone and say, I think I'll dial Marcia, I think I'll dial Kia, I think I'll dial Henry, that person should stop and think, is this call going to be constructive or non-constructive? Am I calling someone to curse them out? Am I calling someone to do anything that's constructive? Because if that call is not constructive, then it should not be made. Period. Period. Even if you walk around all day in complete silence, and that will help a lot of black people, sometimes just to be able to walk around all day in complete silence so that maybe a message can get through to them in the way of constructive thinking. Because messages do come to your mind, and those messages are going to be either constructive or non-constructive. So we need a code that always says we should be in a constructive mode in all areas of activity, all the time. And that doesn't rule out fun, because one of the areas of activity is entertainment. So you have 9 areas of activity: economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. And these 9 areas of activity are segmented in the basic book that I put out as my little contribution, you might say, quote unquote, hopefully to be used in a constructive manner, so that a person can kind of stay focused all day long. Should I call a person? Should I go to this place? Should I go to that place? I'm on the bus. I'm riding somewhere. Where am I going? And what am I going to do when I get there? And when I do whatever I do when I get where I'm going, is it going to be constructive or non-constructive? It's going to be one or the other. There's no such thing as in between.